What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my RC Live, where you will probably watch me look for tools a lot. I like to joke around and call this the Watch Me Look for Tools channel. But today, we're working on this big ass Traxxas Rally, and I have the center diff kit to put in it. This thing is not even pretty much stock. It's like I haven't done a crap ton to it, but still got the stock motor, stock ESC. We're on this on 2S. This is the BL-2S. But I did put GTR shocks on it, and some MIP CVDs. The MIP CVDs, I'll be showing that in a different video. There was some stuff to do because the kit, the 23-170, this was the fronts. That fit just perfect, no problem. The rears, the I don't know where the packaging went for that, but it's the 23-160 kit. Yeah, the bones were a little bit long in it. I reached out to MIP. They tried to make it right. Luckily, my local hobby shop kind of had this stuff in stock to make it happen. I ended up using the ones from the Traxxas Bandit. Here, let me pop it open. I'll show you. This car, I haven't done a review of it. I've been having too much fun actually driving it because it is a freaking blast. It does have the clipless body mount system, which in some ways is cool, some ways is kind of a pain in the butt, but it does work. It does work. So this car is kind of stockish. I've replaced the drive shaft with this Techno shaft that I got off of a roller I got on eBay. The roller I ended up giving to Grandpa BB, so we have something to race. It was the old school version, pre-heavy duty suspension kit on these cars. What else did I snag? I snagged the GTR shocks from that, and I had hoped to grab the MIP CVDs that were on that car. Ooh, I grabbed the front sway bar. Anyways, I had hoped to grab the MIP CVDs from that car and give him the stock ones, but because his is the old version and this one's the newer version, you know, the parts didn't interchange. The ends of the axles are different. So I did the MIP CVDs. I don't know if you guys can see those in there. I think you can. I don't really have any way to focus this camera. It's just a cheap webcam I'm trying out because I was having so many problems with my GoPros. The front kits fit just perfect. The rears, I had to use the outer and the inner from the 23-160 kit. And then the bones, I would really like to find the packaging for that. I have no clue what I did with it. Anyways, I did take a picture. Let's see here. I took a picture, I promise. Is the 18390. Yes, from the Traxxas Bandit. I used the bones, the center section from the Traxxas Bandit to get this to work. So if you purchased the 23-160 MIP kit for your Traxxas Rally, the updated version, be aware that this bone does not fit and you have to get the bones from let me see if I can pause this. From MIP, from the 18.3 there it is. You can't see it. from the 18390 MIP Extra Duty CVD kit for the Traxxas Bandit. Those fit just fine. I did reach out to Mars International Products or whatever, MIP. They make beautiful parts, by the way. They are just fantastically gorgeous and super duper duper heavy duty. They're so beautiful. Unfortunately, they didn't fit, but their finish is perfect. Everything is so perfect. MIP CVDs are really just the best of the best of the best, and they are gorgeous. The most beautiful outdrives, precision machined and manufactured things. And I'm the quality manager in a precision prototype manufacturing place out here in San Marcos, and I think they're just fantastic. They are just so good. That being said, I'm going to put the center diff in. It is a Traxxas original part. It is part number X0024BK4UZ. No, that's the SKU number, excuse me. Traxxas part number 6814, center differential kit for the slash 4x4. And I went with the plastic housing. I'm going to start there. I kind of feel like this part's going to be pretty sturdy. It does come with 3 different spur gears for gearing options. And I'm probably going to try to gear this thing stock. I'm going to try to keep it as close to OG as possible. If you guys are just popping in, I'm working on the Traxxas Rally. This is the new updated version, the BL-2S. Named so because it has the BL-2S brushless system in it, which, like its namesake says, runs on 2S and 2S only. It is a fantastic system, and it is also the same one that is in the the new Minimax, which is awesome. Look for a review for that a little bit later on down the road. Someday after I tell my wife that I bought that. Well spent $250, let me tell you. Anyways, this 2BLS or BL-2S rally car you can get at your local hobby shop for around $330. It is super awesome. Does not come with a battery or a charger. You will have to source those on your own. And it comes with a stupid Traxxas plug, which I have already switched out. Actually, Grandpa BB did it for me because my my soldering iron was out on loan to a buddy from work. But it comes with a stupid dorky Traxxas plug that fits no batteries other than Traxxas batteries or whatever. Anyways, I always use these Dean's plugs. And, yeah. But let's... Let's get into this build, shall we? My 2S batteries. I actually used to race with these Ovonic packs. The one little shorty, low profile packs is what I used to use for touring car racing, and they work out pretty good. Ovonics is pretty good quality, pretty good packs. I mean this Mamma Jam is an 8,000 milliamp 100C. Let's see, it's 100 times capacity, so you should be able to flow. Add 2 zeros. Wow. I think you could flow like something like 8,000 amps through this pack. In bursts or something like that. I forget how the C rating works. If you know, hit up in the comments how the C rating works. I forget. And I really don't know what I'm doing here. This is going to be exploratory surgery here. I know that this Traxxas has the modular system And I believe that I just pull this back end off and get this gear out, and it should just be fairly straightforward. But let's dig in and see. What do we got here? I can't hardly see. I gotta turn this light on. Hopefully that doesn't wash out the image too bad here. Oh yeah, look at that bear get. I swear I'm a normal person. I swear. Maybe not. It's hard to say. It's hard to say. What is normal these days? What is normal these days? I am a normal person. Name's Chester Whiting. I'm a regular old person. Man, what did I do with those bits? I had a whole bunch of parts left over from that and everything. What in the world did I do with those? My spare parts. Did I throw them in my tool bag? Should I go looking for those right now? Ah, yes. Here they are. I did find them. Like I said, this is the me looking for stuff channel. Oh, MIP. What's this say? Moore's Ideal Products. Race with us. Made in the USA. Nothing better than made in the USA. That is such a beautiful saying these days. Everything's made in China. Or Mexico. Which, you know, honestly, Mexico's our neighbor. At this point, I'd rather be made in Mexico than China. But, you know, I guess people in China need to make money. So, the rear was the 23-160. This is what they said would fit on the back of this car. It did not. It was very close. And I repaired it and made it work with the MIP 18390 kit. The bones from this, which, you know, hit and miss some luck. I guess I have a whole bunch of spare parts and quite a few that don't fit. I got these beautiful dog bones that are just a little bit too long. I guess if I ever get a regular slash, or maybe I could give this kit away on my channel or something. I don't know. I don't really want to give it away. It was kind of expensive. Slap a Mamba in that. I have something on the way for it. It's not a Mamba. It is from Brushless Upgrades Pro on eBay. It's an unbranded Hobbywing Max 10 130 amp ESC, and I kept it conservative on the motor KV because I'd like to be able to run 3S, and possibly I might try to destroy the motor with 4S. We'll see how that goes, but I did order me a 3800 kV motor and ESC for this car. Well, I might use it in my Tenacity. I don't know. I really wanted to get the 6000 kV motor or 6500 kV setup that comes in the Losi ready to run drag car, but you know, I'm really gonna be racing Grandpa BB around in our backyard track here, so we needed to keep it at least close to apples. So I'll probably keep this motor in here for a while, depending on what he decides to run. A Mamba. I mean, that'd be cool. I considered all sorts of options here. And Mamba's, you know, it's not a very expensive setup, I guess. I don't know. What's your take on it? The big doof? What are you guys running in your rally cars? Or slashes? Yeah. Anyone got any answers or questions? Or statements? Trying to make this big so I can see everything here. Guess I'll use you look like a good parts baby. Let's see here. Get this gear cover off. So, what do you guys think about what's going on in real life out here these days? Ooh, that's good to know. The smaller screw was in the middle. We got some longer screws on the outside of this dust cover here. I guess I should pull up a schematic so I know what I'm looking at and talking about. I wish I could see. I can talk. Wish I could see a little better. I sure can use these English words just fine, can't I, people? Anywho's it. It's nice to get back to using my OBS studio for these broadcasts. There's a lot of options there. You need to get a different webcam. I was having so many problems with my GoPros using those as webcams. Oh yeah, that gear cover comes off nice and easy. 3 screws and it's off. I totally took out 2 screws that I didn't even have to. This is held in by 1 screw. And surprisingly, it's full of some pretty fine dust here, which is probably just super great for your gears. Get all that fine dust in there. Yeah, you just lap them right into clearance and fitment. Okay, so that was the upper motor mounts that I just cracked loose there. I think I got to pull this whole rear module off. And let's see, is it a 3mm? No. Must be a 2.5. I should be using my drill. Let's see. Or my fancy wrenches. That's what they're for. This is it. There she blows. It's a 2.5mm. This kit that I'm using here is a conglomerate. It was an EcoPower. So it's an EcoPower and a Traxxas Essentials ratcheting screwdriver kit that I got from Main's Hobby. Probably on sale because, you know, I like to buy all my stuff on sale. It just, I don't know, something about something being 50 cents cheaper just makes it so much easier to justify inside, you know what I mean? What do you guys think? You guys like to buy things on sale? Or do you like to pay full price? It's a curious question. I'm sure everybody would like to buy things on sale. So some of the upgrades that have been done to this car already by me, since I haven't done a review or anything of this car, which is just so much fun. I do have an aluminum steering rack in here by God knows who, because it came off of that roller that I bought. I had intended to build one of these versus just buying the ready to run. So I bought a roller from Cash for RC on eBay. If you guys are into RC, check out Cash for RC on eBay. It is a good way to save a tiny bit of money on new parts. They sell their sliders for a little bit less than you would buy ready to runs. They part out cars, they sell kits, and they sell used RC stuff. I think for used stuff it's a little bit of a high price. But saving $1 here or there, just, I don't know, sweetens the deal. Sweetens the fun, makes it a little bit funner. Let's see. So I got the 2 screws out of the top motor mount, the 2 screws out of the top back module, the 1 screw out of the cover, and then I believe just taking out these 2 screws in the back here should get rid of it. If you guys are into 3D printing, the spent spools make really good car stands. Really, really good car stands. Like amazingly good car stands. Just so you know. And I've been getting into 3D printing. I have this pretty nice 3D printer. It's a Snapmaker Artisan, and I freaking love it. It is a very high quality machine, 3-in-1. So, ooh, is that an even longer screw? Alright, so the longest screws on this module go on the bottom. There's one of these guys, and then a slightly longer one. There. The longer one goes in the bottom of the chassis. The slightly shorter one goes in the top. We got 2 of these. I believe they're M3s. 3 of them. You get a little tiny short one. This little guy here. I know you can see it. That holds the dust cover on. These are the upper bolts for the motor mounts. For the motor mount plate in there. Which that, I'm considering switching over to the aluminum one. I know that a lot of guys complain about the Traxxas stripping spur gears out a lot. Excuse me. And I'd like that not to happen to me. You know, a little bit like EV, I guess. You get out there, you get in the like, whoa. Good job, Traxxas. That is just full of all sorts of shit. Junk. Look at that. Look how much junk is in there. This camera won't focus. Focus, camera. Focus. Full of dirt. I've ran this car 3 times. Trace. 3 times. It is to be a basher. Sort of. It's my bash racer. My backyard racer. Just to challenge Grandpa BB in some kind of new form of racing. You know, you gotta maintain those healthy relationships with in-laws and stuff. And I find buying him an RC car every once in a while and then buying the same one so that he can kick my ass like he does every single time is just too much fun. It's such a good family experience. I'm gonna get a Q-tip and clean that guy out. One of these days, you gotta know that hell froze over and Jesus came back, because I'm gonna have all the tools that I need right here in front of me. In short order. Look at all that junk coming out of there. You guys see that? Oh yeah. Junk. Alright. Sure hope that diff ain't leaking. If any of you guys are tuning in, let me know in the comments what diff fluid you guys like to use in your front and rear diff, and why. What effect did it have on the handling of the characteristics of the car to go either heavier or lighter? Oh wow. Well, that was rather unexpected. I did not expect that to come out so easy. Bravo, Traxxas. You guys are freaking not as lame as I used to thought you guys were. I really thought that Traxxas was lame. Let's see, what size is this? It is a mod 0.8. That is a 32 pitch. 32 pitch. And it is a... God, I'm getting old. I'm only 40. What year is this? Wait, 2025. I'm going to be 43 this year. This is a 54 tooth. It's a 54 tooth spur gear here. 3 runs on it. And actually it does show a little bit of wear. Boy, that is so hard to see without focusing. You see it? You'll have to take my word for it. I gotta get this cup off of here. This is from my Techno drive shaft kit in there. And here is one barely used center diff. No, this is not a center diff. This is a slipper. This is the original slipper out of this guy. So, a Mamba. Man, Mamba. Boomba. Are you sure I shouldn't just throw like a freaking 2.5 turn brushless? Oh. Yes. Whoa. Okay. I'll get real now. God, maybe I should get into the edibles. Anyways. Clean out some of this dust here. And I've been curious whether this is a big shaft motor or not, and I think it is, surprisingly. I do. Oh my. There's the drive shaft. Techno. You see it? This camera really sucks. It's alright. My Techno drive shaft. Not to be confused with the music. Let's see here. Was there a bearing there? Did that come out with the diff? Oh, it sure did. I think I gotta reuse that guy. Ooh, yes. That is still nice and smooth. Remember, when you're brushing bearings, brush away from the center. Away from the center. Away from the center. And if I know Grandpa BB, he's taken all his bearings and cleaned them up and gotten them full of nice thin lube so that they're real free, because man, he is just a pro when it comes to all that stuff. Alright, well that bearing track is clean. There's this pinion gear. Let's see here. What have I got? I think I have some RC. The label is gone, but I believe this to be RC Tears or something. I don't remember what they called it. It's just some kind of thin penetrating lube. And I'm going to put it on the side that didn't have the dirt on it, because I don't want to capture any dirt in there. These are rubber. Oh, dude, that made a big difference. These are rubber shielded bearings in this kit. Yes. So smooth. So very smooth. Okay. I'll put that right back in there. For you Traxxas guys, I got a question. Is it worth putting that metal motor mount right here? Because it seems like that would help keep it from chewing up spur gears to me. I don't know what it caused. Who knows? If anybody out there knows what causes these things to go through spur gears like crazy, I'd like to know. I'm sure my audience would love to know. If you guys have a solve for that, let me know in the comments. Preferably share a link. So that's 54. Let's see what this pinion gear is. Let's get this out, cleaned up just for shits and for chutes and ladders. That's it. Shoot. Like I said, these spools make good car stands, and conveniently, that really works good for that. Wow. Blind luck. Anyways. Oh. This guy. M3. Sweetly. Crack. My favorite tool here. This is the Bondis T-handle M2? Must be M2. I use it so much that I've worn the marking off the handle. That is a M3 screw. Countersunk. Flathead. This I sure hope is the rear motor mount. Oh yeah. Get that guy out. They are both the same length. No problemo. Let's see here. Is that ready to go? Is there another screw here somewhere I'm missing? Yes. There seems to be a couple of screws here on the inside. Those are also M3s. I know. I need to get a power driver for this. I have one somewhere. I just stripped out so many screws with it. I just, you know. These are also M3. These are button heads. Button head screws inside there. Why is it focused over here and not over there? Do I have like a weird filter on this? I should probably check that. Property. Anything? No, there's nothing on there. Why is that focused over here and blurry over there? It's very focused on my messy ass background. Whatever. Just hopefully it won't lock up and freeze up. 'Cause that was super frustrating with the GoPros. It was just really turning into a nuisance. Really a nuisance. Alright. Getting this motor mount out. One, to get it cleaned up, because like I said, I did run this car twice already. At least in the dirt, I ran it twice. My favorite trick here, throw a magnet on there. Then you can retrieve your screws in theory. That didn't work so well. What's going on here? Alright. Now that screw will stick to all the other screws. And you know what I was thinking? If you glued one of these inside your body, you could throw your body clips on it when you have the body off. Or if you glued one inside your car, you could just throw the screws as you're taking them off in there. It would definitely add some weight, but if you're going to add weights to your car anyways, why not add a magnet for weights? Then you got a convenient place to not lose your screws. Alright, I also got to take this wire retainer off. Yeah. Now might be a good time. I was really thinking about switching this motor out with the one out of my Losi Tenacity. That is a Spectrum. The Spectrum Firma. That is a 3150 kV motor, so it's only a little bit slower, a little bit less RPM, probably a little more torque. This motor is the same length CAD as that, but this one has two fans in it. I kind of feel like this one's a 540 motor on the inside. Maybe it's not, though. I don't know. So that should free this up. It should come out as one whole assay. Should, with the emphasis on theory. Oh, I unbolted the battery mount, not the motor mount. Well, whatever. I can really get in there now. this chassis just fills up with so much junk. Yeah. So that's an interesting thing about the 2 BLS. Is a triangular plug. It's the 3-post. This is a standard shaft motor, which would be 1/8 of an inch, I believe, or the, was it 3.12, blah, 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 I don't even know. I should know. I should look it up, just so I don't sound like an idiot, although I figure that's too late. Let's see here. It may not be. Yeah, you can use my location, cars, trucks. Let's just do this. Pinyon gear. 3.17 is an 1/8 inch, and then the big guys are the 5mm shafts. So that's a thing. That is a thing. And the motor that is in the low-C tenacity is a 5mm shaft. And then the motor that I ordered, I think it's going to go in this. It's a 3800 kV. Brushless, also sensorless. It's a 3165, which this motor is a 36 59. I think that motor was a 3660 that I ordered. I don't know if this is gonna fit. Anyhow, the pinion gear. The pinion gear. Let me get my stronger glasses on here. Is a 13 tooth, 32 pitch, and for our little home track that we have in the backyard, was a little fast. I think I might actually even gear it down just to slow it down and give it a little more control, because yeah, it kind of suck. I might just leave it. Grandpa BB, if you tune in, you're building that car, and just to give you a heads up, it was a 13 tooth pinion in there. Excuse me. It is 11 o'clock. Holy smokes. I think I got about half an hour left in me. Maybe. I can roll till about midnight, and I'm done. 13 tooth pinion, factory gearing. I got that out, so now I can clean this up. Wow, look at all that dirt coming out of there. I'm glad I took that motor mount out. Now that ESC is just a monster. What is Traxxas doing with these ginormous ESCs? Ginormous. Does your radio box need to be bigger than your giant ESC? I mean, oh, I have an extra sandwall receiver now. I should put that in here. Would that give me an unfair advantage? I don't know. I don't know. Anywho's it. Let's break this down and jam it out. The 6114 center diff by Traxxas. This is the plastic bodied unit, which is fine. This is only going to be a 2S car. Oh look, it came with instructions. Instructions. Warning. This center differential should be limited to off-road use with 7-cell nickel monohydride or 2S LiPo battery packs only. Higher powered battery packs can cause extreme unloading, which can subject the differential to extreme heat and ultimate failure. The tools needed are a 2.5 hex driver. Locate and remove button heads, blah, 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 blah. Take off the back module, it's saying. Take the gear old slipper out. Put this stuff in. Okay. Pretty much as simple as it gets. Let's see, we got some button head screws, 3 of them, go along with the spur gear, I'm sure. We got some future battery spacers. Maybe I can use a shorty pack in there, save a little bit of weight, get a little advantage on Mr. BB. Alright. We got the center diff. Well, that's stiff. That is stiff. You know what it's not stiffer than? Not a diff. It's a top. Let that guy go. And I'm going to go ahead and break loose the coupler for the stock drive shaft. Because that don't go back. That ain't going back in there, son. And then this was... Are these the same spur gears? They're pretty close to the same. This one has little shoulders for the screws to fit in. Or maybe to key it to the drive here. Actually, that is what it's for. It keys in. Keys in on that differential. Boom, boom, boom. Bang, bang, bang. Wing, dang, dong. This one, I don't think I could use this slipper one on there. I'm going to set this aside. Keep this as a spare part for when I run out of spurs. Excuse me. Pardon me while I die here. I'm going to mute the mic first. Alright, I'm back. What's up, kids? Did you miss me? I was gone for so long. We got 2 viewers. Check it in the comments below. Let me know who you are, where you're from, what you're working on, what you're into, what you're doing, and all that jazz. I know I sure been enjoying my drift cars. Mostly my drift cars. I'm getting back into the other stuff. Off-road is so fun. But, oh yeah, I was doing off-road bashing, and then was doing some on-road racing with Grandpa BB on the weekends over at Discount Hobby. But that felt like it was a little too expensive because, you know, every single freaking race you need a set of tires. You gotta have the right tires, and more than one set, right? Because you need a set of tires for practice. Then you need a set of tires for the beginning of the day, a set of tires for the middle of the day, and then sometimes a different set of tires for the end of the day because of the track temperature. I mean, we had people out there with temp guns and everything, which is the right way to do that. I wonder if I need Loctite on this. Probably not, right? Because it's plastic. Are there metal inserts in there? You know, if it's metal to metal, you stick it in with glue. If it's plastic, you stick it in with lube. I'm going to go with the stock gear. That's a 54. It also came with a 50 and a 52. So, 54 would be the most torque. And a 50 would be the most speed. This thing does not need to be faster for that track. But let's see. Let's get these going. My M3 pan heads. Button head screws. I believe they're button head screws. It did say pan head in there though. When I think of a pan head, I think of a Harley Davidson. Harley Davidson. Oh, don't think I'm talking smack on them though. I love my Harleys. I love American made. So, I'm a proud American factory worker. Well, sort of. I'm a proud American worker. Manufacturing things in the United States of A for various industries. Everything from the food industry to the space industry. And everything in between. Everything from the guy at the farm that just needs a shaft turned down so that they can convert the who's it to the what's it and whatnot to you know, the fixtures that hold together the stuff so that they can glue together the things and the stuff that go boom. For people I probably shouldn't mention online. Nobody foreign though, I promise you that. Yeah. I don't think this is going to live very long if I start using 3S. Considering the instructions said not to use it on anything more than 2S. Yar, matey, I suppose in the spinny thing. The spinny the flexy thing. Alright? The shift has a flat. Line that flat up. Probably tighten this guy up here. Yeah. Ooh. I probably should put some Loctite on that. Oh no, where did I put my Loctite? This wouldn't be an episode of my RC if you guys didn't see me get up and leave to look for tools at least 18 times. Why is today any different? Yep. Remember, metal to metal, glue it in. Metal to plastic, glue it in. See, the plastic grips the shaft of the screw, whereas the metal just kind of... I don't want to use that one. I want to use... Remember, fellas, reduce, reuse, recycle. That means if your rag ain't too dirty, just go ahead and reuse it. I'm adding Loctite to this. I should probably wait till the end to put this in. Well, I'm glad that didn't just fling off. I was not careful at all. Woo! That was way too much. What in the world is going on with my Loctite? Nothing, a little dab on the rag wouldn't do. Fix. Alrighty. Put this on there. This is Loctite, I believe 242. 242. Medium strength aerobic, which means that it reacts in the air. Does not have to be in a vacuum or in a oxygen-free environment to go off. That is very important because this is not going to be a sealed environment. Where did I set that? Here it is. Right. This goes in there. Now I see why that gear was still on there. What? It's 11:05. It's late. I wake up at like 6. No, I don't get enough sleep, by the way. I don't even care anymore. I just want to do the things and stuff. You know, the stuff and things that makes you happy. So maybe later on down the road I'll do some speed runs with this car. Maybe we'll put it on 4S. I do have this big old battery pack for it. I got this battery pack for it. It is a 4S 6500 milliamp hour 9DC battery from Nihiwo. It's more like the AI misunderstood my hero. But really, the long-term plan is just to use those 2S battery packs I was talking about. And I may or may not print up a system to use a Velcro strap to hold the batteries in. I always find that to be nice and convenient. Alright, I'm going to put this bad boy back in. It is the same size spur, so I probably don't need to adjust the gear mesh. In fact, it sounds better than it did before. When this goes in, oh yeah, I forgot it's a differential. I'm all turning. I'm like, oh no, something's broke, but it's not. Let's see here. Get my center diff in. By the way, if you guys go to use one of these Techno Drive shafts in your LCG low center of gravity 4-wheel drive slash, I had to clearance underneath this portion with my my Dremel tool. It opened this up because it was making a lot of racket, and it just turned out that this shaft, which has this beautiful witness mark, was rubbing against the chassis there. Hence the witness mark. Alright, that's in. Will that work? Do I have to put that in? Yeah. I think I have to put this in first. All that didn't have to come out, but you know, it was kind of nice to get in there and clean it. This is actually kind of convenient because you just pull off the back and out comes the differential. Or slipper. Or slipper eliminator, depending on what flavor you're running. Yep. Alright. That seems to be good. I'll adjust the end play of that long Techno dog bone after the fact, after I get this all bolted back in. Now to remember the order of the screws. Probably start with my wires, which is keyed. Yep. Those tuck back in there. This will eliminate the guesswork of one screw. One screw and one screw only. And the next time this comes apart, what am I going to be putting in? I'll probably be doing the motor and the ESC. I think that don't know. I think I will put that 3800 kV motor in here. Although, Gramps, he does have his set up right now with a 3300 kV motor out of a Red Cat. We like to fiddle around and reuse old parts. So what do we got? We got M3s. I know that this motor mount is all M3s in here. Are these all the same length? We got one short one. Then otherwise, all these M3s are the same length with the exception of the 2 countersunk ones, which I believe hold the battery pack in. So that narrows it down quite a lot. This spur gear center bearing carrier is all held in by M3 pan heads. Alright, I don't see anyone checking in. Come on, guys, what's up? What you up to? What are you working on? It's not, this ain't no drift car. Oh, I can drift it. I can drift it. I can drift this car. Can you? Can you drift it? Yeah, I'm sure you could. Haha. 4-wheel drive cars drift good. They drift easy. They're not like the 2-wheel drive drift cars. Don't get them mixed up. And don't think that that's what I'm implying at all. There is nothing like 2-wheel drive drifting. That's why I like to spend my Sundays over at Coastal RC Drift inside the Carlsbad Mall. Slinging my ass, slinging the rear end around on my, well, I've been on a Team Associated kick lately, so I've been using the DC-10. And helping my boy Seth tuning his new MRX GT that he got from me, which conveniently is tuned to that particular track, but with a very heavy 3D printed body. It was the hearse body. Remember the, if you guys watch the channel, you'll probably remember the Halloween jalopy body I made. It's kind of like the old school 20s style hearse. That car was still set up for that, and I felt a little bad when I remembered that after our drift session, because I was like, man, ew, the preload on all these springs are real tight. It's gonna drive way better if we get your body height down. And now I remembered why. It's because that 3D printed hearse body I made was very heavy. I wonder if he kept that thing. Okay. What else should I put in? Probably the battery mount. Let's see, I got the 4 screws holding that bad boy in. What the fuck is Traxxas thinking here? That is way too much play. Gosh. I wonder if people are always burning up their spur gears in these cars. You know, bud. Yes, getting old is awesome. It's about the best thing you can possibly do. Let me tell you. Getting old is so cool. It's a little bit like a trap. You can't do anything to stop it. No. And even if you know what's there. So it's a lot less like a trap and more like a... it's just a thing. It's just a thing. I feel younger inside than I ever felt in my whole life. Yes. So, what do you think about them random sports team? I'm pretty excited because my random sports team guy won. Donald J. Trump. One of the things that they're doing with Elon Musk, and real pleased to see Kennedy getting in there. Oh yeah, this car did handle a little funny, so I'm actually going to check the preload on the springs with my real calipers here. I'll take it to the bottom. 9.22. .18. Boy, that was pretty close considering I did that by eye. Without tools. In the back of a pickup truck. At work. On my brake. Well, that was way too far. I wonder what I used to measure it then. Did I count threads? 9.23. 9.24. There it is. We are perfectly even now. Not actually the way you check what they call tweak. Oh, the battery that I charged for Sunday is finally now at its storage level. Because I charged it for my RC10 and then broke my RC10. Anyways, this is almost done. We gotta give it to Traxxas. The cars are pretty freaking easy to work on. They go together pretty nice, and they're pretty sturdy. I used to not be a fan of Traxxas, and to be honest, I don't know why. I had never even tried it, and that's the dumb doofus thing to do, right? Is to not be a fan of something that you haven't even tried. You know what they say, if you don't F around, you don't find out. Well, I didn't F around, and I didn't find out. And then when I did F around, I found out. And I like it. I like Traxxas. My God, I like Traxxas. I mean, it's still not my favorite. But they're pretty reliable. With the exception of that spur gear. Now I've had... What have I had? I've had the Traxxas Slash two-wheel drive. Several of those. With a high center of gravity chassis. Several of the Traxxas Slash two-wheel drives with low center of gravity chassis. I've had the Drag Slash. That was a cool one. But I didn't start with a ready-to-run kit. That one I started as a slider from Cash for RC on eBay. And I ran that with a... What motor did I have in there? Oh, 8-turn. The fastest I got that car to go was with an 8-turn with a DRK ESC. And I did not even get close to tapping the potential of that car for realsies. And it's because drag racing isn't easy. As silly as that sounds, it seems like it should be easy to go in a straight line. But you know what? It ain't. Not if you're trying to do it fast and good and consistent and on a light and with somebody next to you and when your cars do friggin' 60 miles an hour and 130 feet. It gets pretty wild and hairy. Especially when you have a horse ranch next to you where they what do? They board horses, which just means it's like a horsey hotel. People pay them to store their horses for them. But that also means that you get amateur horse queens over there that think their poo-poo smells like roses and that they're the most important thing going on in the whole neighborhood and that they have the right just to complain about what the neighbors are doing because they're making noise that the horses get spooked by. And let me tell you, most of them are actually nice people when you get them face to face. But when they try to tell you that you're making too much noise and you're spooking the horses, and then you go, you know, I used to work on a horse ranch, and about the best thing you can do for a horse that you plan on riding is to expose it to loud noises so that when you're riding it and somebody honks their horn or a car backfires or something falls off a truck or something makes a loud noise, you don't die from your horse panicking. Yeah, and you say it with certainty because you've been there. you know the drill. People, they love to dish out the rudeness, but they can't take a taste of their own medicine, I suppose. I should not really talk about that because I think all that drama is over. Because we no longer play with the drag cars out there on our private driveway. Grandpa B's private driveway here on his family property that he's lived at for, and their family has lived at for 40, 50, 60 years. God knows how long. Blessed. I am so absolutely blessed to be part of this family. So blessed. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, God, for all of the amazing blessings that you give us. And, you know, I like to make it a daily thing to thank God for the blessings that I don't see as blessings, because there are so many. There's so many. There's no way there's not. There's just no way there's not. There's so many things, reasons that I should be not breathing for. And here I am, all safe and healthy and alive and blessed with this amazing family to be part of. Getting to play with all these toy cars, which I didn't play with, work with and work on, or whatever. It sounds professional and adult. RC cars for, well over a decade before I became part of this family, and Grandpa BB got me back into RC cars. Which, honestly, drugs are cheaper, but this is a little healthier, and you get to keep the thing. Joking. Yeah, I was into alcohol. Literally pissing my money away. This is awesome, though. And you make a lot less bad decisions. Oh, party time. Yeah, because I had a daughter. I had a kid. And I finally had to grow up at the age of 40. Man, I am old for having a little toddler. But I would not trade that for the whole world. I'd go back. I would do that over again so fast. No problem. I want to have another one. In fact, I would love to have several more kids. Maybe even adopt a couple. You know, I'm so blessed that my dad that did the raising with me married my mama and adopted me and my sis. You know, what a blessing to actually be raised by a good, honorable, well-meaning, just man that brave as any of those soldiers you hear about in the big stories in the books and in the Bible and in history. Just he was a member in the Coast Guard and would jump out of helicopters to save people, jump into burning water, anything. He'd do anything he could to save a life, save a person, and he just always, you know, the one thing I always have to look at my dad and look back at is that he was never once the guy that said, do as I say, not as I do. He just always did what he thought was right. Always. Anytime. And it's amazing. I'm so lucky and blessed to have that guy as my dad. Anyways. That was quick. What are we? It was less than 20 minutes with hand tools, not one power tool. And it is back together. And there is now a center diff in this car. And it's pretty stiff. It is pretty stiff. I don't know what fluid comes stock in there. Well, that is just flopping all over the place, though. I have a feeling that's going to cause issues. Man, maybe I should have went with a metal-bodied one. Either way, I don't care. I should have gone with a metal body one. Dot Master, how's it going tonight? It's going great. I just finished up this swap, and I'm realizing that the plastic bodied center differential from Traxxas seems a little floppy. I'm like rolling this around, and it's not rolling around, it's the going back and forth and watching that thing, that little bastard move. But you know, maybe if I slide this guy back, maybe that'll sure it up a little. How's it going with you, Dot Master? Yeah, acts like it's bent. Oh, is that thing bent? Did I bend that freaking shaft? Was it bent already? I didn't notice. Oh, it could be. Whatever. It's done. It's in there. I'm obviously not going to test drive it on my live feed here. What are you doing, Dot Master? Where are you from? What are you doing? What are you working on, buddy? What state do you live in? Do you live in the United States? What country are you in if you're not? Well, yeah, I guess I don't know what to do other than put the battery back in, put this body back on, and then I'm ready to race Mr. BB in the morning. See how that goes in the morning. Tomorrow after work. Tomorrow afternoon. Excuse me. I've had this gnarly chest cold and doesn't want to go away. I'm sure it's because I'm a cigarette smoker that it is just lingering around quite for a long time. Let's see, what else have I done with this? I do have my highest RC servo in there. That is a fantastic servo. I should switch this up. And oh man, I'm scratching up my desk with all that dirt right there. Oh, bummer. Oh well. No big deal. It's got chips in it anyways. Let's see. So this car now has, what was that center section there in my steering? It's got adjustable links for the steering so I can adjust the toe in, toe out. I do need to get some excuse me, upper links for it. But I have now MIP CVDs front and rear. Yeah, that's center diff is interesting. MIP's front and rear, the Traxxas GTR shocks, which are just so nice. I don't know that they work any better than stock. In fact, they probably don't work any better than stock once you tune them. Shocks are kind of like shocks. These are just nice shocks. I like the metal body and just I like looking at them. Really, I think for me it's more of a, oh, it looks nice, doesn't it look nice? Look how nice that shock looks. You can't tell the difference from afar unless they're side by side, or you're really used to Traxxas stuff and you know what you're looking at. Back to what's in this car. It has a metal steering setup up here. The bell cranks and the center link. It has the adjustable tie rods, which are set to 0. 0 toe in or toe out in neutral, just straight. Just exactly like the plastic non-adjustable ones were. Which means that there's no difference there. Then it's got the MIP CVDs. I've got a front sway bar set on there, which is incomplete. It actually comes as a set with the front and rear, but the car that I bought only had the front one on there. I slapped it on there. It actually works pretty good though. It doesn't like understeer all crazy or oversteer all crazy. In fact, these shocks, the springs that handle. What the fuck? Oh my. Are they actually at hair too long? I think the CVDs are long. Too long and that they grip up. Oh my gosh. MIP, no way. No way. Is it not a problem when it's turned and when they're straight they bottom out in there? Am I tripping? I must be tripping. I must be tripping. That can't be. Oh my gosh, they do. Freaking MIP, no way. Oh my gosh. No flipping way. I was all stoked on the way the fronts fit. And they're too long. They bind up when the steering is straight. No flipping way. What the heck? I've been through a lot with these MIP CVDs for this car. They sent me a coupon. They sent me a coupon to get different bones for them. I'm going to use them for the fronts now. You got to use the bandit center sections if you use the rally car. Front and rear, apparently. Wow. Yeah, I could probably get in there and just grind the backs off a little. That'll be fine. I can't believe that. Well, how wild is that? I mean, that's got to be what it is, right? So why else would it bind just straight? Yep, that's gotta be that. Oh my lord. Oh, $70 a set. That's so frustrating. Anyways, I gotta give a call. Mr. Moore did reach out to me to try to hook me up with some stuff to make this car right. I guess I gotta let him know that what they have marketed on their website to fit this doesn't. How did I not notice that? That's so bad. Oh my gosh. I can fix that with the grinder. Because it's so close. It's so close to working. It's so close to working. Is it that? If I pull it out, does it work? Oh my gosh. No way. No flipping way. It is. Fudge biscuits. All right. The things that we discover. This car was going to work really weird. That was going to work really, really weird. Oh my gosh. MIP. Man, these are beautiful parts. Boy, do they not fit. This car. I have used MIP CVDs in the past. On Clodbusters, on RC10s, on my TC7. I think I had some of these on there. pardon me, excuse me. And they are just so gorgeous, but that, oh man. Guess I'll have to see if they have another set in Hobbytown tomorrow. Oh man, I wanted to run this car tomorrow. What a bummer. I should actually just be able to disconnect a couple of things and grind it. It's so close. It's so close to fitting. Am I just being a... Can't believe that. Oh yeah, I can see it pushing it in. That's going to be really hard on the differential, I'm sure. Oh. Yes, so I guess that project is done. What a bummer to find that freaking little bit of a problem at the end, though. So now I have some spur gears. I guess I'll put these in my spare Traxxas parts here. And my boatload of MIP CVD stuff. And MIP's customer service is pretty good. They did shoot me an email. In fact, I'm going to go on their website right now. I'm going to see if the ones that they sent me the coupon for will work out for the front hair. Maybe it will. Let's see here. Let me get into my email. And to be fair, they don't actually have a front set listed for this car. The front set that they have listed is for the slash well, I'll tell you in a second. Let me get this going. What is my email? Where is my email? ¿Dónde está? Please call Mr. Moore at MIP has their own YouTube channel. I'll have to check that out. They did send me a coupon. They did. They are doing their best to make things right. Let's see here. Use this coupon to order a replacement at no charge here. So they really are trying to do their best to make things right just for me. These guys are real nice, and I definitely appreciate that. Okay, but that's my coupon code. What is the actual part? Attachments. Website average you 18102. Copy. Mail 42 millimeter. What was on here? Let's see. Let's see if they're even the right ones. I might have to call him up and be like, hey bro, I got this, I need that. Let's measure these bad boys up. Huh. Live. We're live on my RC. Let's see. 43. That's 43. Let's see, is this one 42? 56. To be fair, this is going to be the piece that's too long. Because what is happening is this guy here is going all the way through, and it is poking out that end and binding. And if I remember right, on the front ones, when that goes in all the way, it actually passes the splines on here because those splines don't go all the way through. See that? They're partway through. But let's see what it is that they're trying to give me here. Copy. Over here. Search. Paste. The 1802 male bone. 42. Oh, that is that piece. The old ones were 43. No, 56. They want to give me a 42, which would be that long. Bro, that's going to work. I'm going to order these. That's going to work out just fine. Heck yeah. That is going to work out for the fronts. Yes. That's the right piece for the fronts. I mean, I already paid for the backs, but I'll reach out to him and maybe he'll put me up with some more. I'm actually kind of hoping to work with him on my channel and get to do some reviews and stuff. I don't know how that's going to work out, but it would be pretty cool. I mean, I have my Capra. They have some center drive shafts and some stuff for the axial Capra, my UTB 18. I'm going to be doing a build with that. I'm going to be using like a little Suzuki Samurai body on it. And I've already 3D printed a little chassis, or started 3D printing a little chassis for it. Just a basic 2 rails chassis. I might even just modify the white, what is it, the WPS or whatever, YL Toys, WP Toys, I don't know what that is exactly. Yeah, this is going to work out just fine. MIP 42 millimeter. Yeah, buddy. I think that's going to do it. That is also one of the fantastic things that I do like about the MIP line of parts, is that they use the same components all the way around. So like the bones, the splined pieces are just available shorter or longer. So that is really neat. It makes it really easy to get spare parts at any hobby shop that carries MIP. So that is quite nice. Like, don't be fooled that, you know, this one kit doesn't fit this one car. To be fair, it says right on it, it does not say Traxxas Rally. In fact, this doesn't say any kit specifically. It just says front upgrade drive kit for Traxxas extreme heavy duty axles. But they're making it right. I mean, he's sent me a coupon for this. And really, you cannot go wrong with MIP stuff. Their stuff is just so nice. It's just so nice. I gotta move this over to a screen you guys can't see though while I make this order. Maybe. Anyways, it's getting late. So I got that in there. Got the center diff going. 4 bones would be $69.96. That's pretty ironic. I gotta sign off, guys. Thank you for coming, hanging out. Thank you for the couple of people that commented over there. Let me know later on, even if I'm not live, like what you're working on, what you're into, where you're from. Say hello, say howdy, say hi, say what's up. Hit that thumbs up. hit that subscribe button, and keep it real out there. Be good to each other. Praise God. Praise Jesus. And pray. Get on your knees and pray, boys. I know it sounds like a weird thing or whatever, but it's not. It is life changing. You know, prayer is a weapon against evil. So it's true. You know, that's why in all these other countries, including some stuff here in America, they're trying to make prayer illegal, just like all the other weapons. You know, like guns are weapons against evil people. They're trying to take them away. And evil people are trying to make praying illegal because prayer is a weapon against evil. So, God bless you all. I love you all. Keep it real. Peace out. Thank you for tuning in.